Hey, this is Prometheus giving you another game recap. I'm rolling with them Houston Texans. My opponent, Fearer 11, is going with the Minnesota Vikings. And you know, the Houston Texans in Madden 25 at the end of the season is ranked number 73, ranked 73. And you wonder why this team is ranked so low until you have things like this happen to you. You know, the team itself has got really good players. You've got Andre Johnson, 90 rank. You've got Foster. You've got J.J. Watts. You've got really good defensive linemen. You've got Cushing. But what happens is their quarterback play and their line play is not good at all. You give up blitzes like that. And also you get fumbles by your quarterback that the defense is allowed to go into the end zone for another 14 points. So I've given up 14 points to my opponent in less than 3 minutes in the game, and I'm kicking the ball off to him. So I'm in a deep hole, and I think that's kind of like how the game was. So I was forced to go on fourth down situations, and it's difficult to be really effective with the Texans, even though the roster shows that there's some really good talent. It wasn't until I actually went ahead and adjusted the rosters I figured out how to play. Right here, I take a wrong angle with Danny Manuel, and he actually, Danny Manuel went right into the wrong hole, giving up another touchdown. So I'm down 21-7 against my opponent. Back on offense again, and look at this play right here. A tip ball gets picked off and taken into the end zone. So that's just kind of a brutal situation to give up 21, be down 28-7. You know, I had to go back to my base offense, trying to make some plays. Right here, a good catch by Johnson. Johnson's a very good wide receiver, but right here I have a drop pass on a 3rd and 16. Go for it again, hit the seam, wide open wide receiver, but he drops the ball, giving the ball back to my opponent, 28-7. I shut his run down, get him in a 3rd down situation. He's able to go ahead and pick it up, and then he just pounds the ball right into the end zone, going up 35-7. So there's a reason why the Houston Texans are ranked 70, or actually have a team ranking of 73, is because you have these crazy little fluky plays that you just can't get around. And I think Madden actually, once your team is in a hole, I think Madden adjusts and it doesn't let your team make stupid plays anymore, and allows you to actually try to get back in the game. But when you play with a bad team and you actually play against an opponent that's good, knows the offensive scheme, knows how to make defensive adjustments, and you give up 21 points, unanswered points are actually 28 points on a defensive standpoint, you are basically going to lose the game. So this game, basically, I'll just let you know from here on out, is pretty much a wash. So what I'd like to talk about is Madden 15. You guys that have actually gotten Madden 15 early access on Xbox, or on the Xbox platform, that's great for you guys, but obviously, I guess the stipulation of that particular ruling is that you have 6 hours of play time. Man, I could play 6 hours in a 1 hour game. It seems crazy that they would charge you an additional $5 to get early access, 5-day access to the game, and you can only play freaking 6 hours. So I think it's really stupid. The only good news is for people like me that are on PlayStation 4, where that sweetheart deal of Microsoft wasn't given to them. We're not really going to be too much far behind the 8 ball. And you know, really what's going to happen is that the guys that have the Microsoft Xbox, they're going to be able to go ahead and they're going to post tips and strategies and all that stuff. So when I do get the game, when I get Madden 15, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start breaking down man coverages. I'm going to go with just a basic a man 2 under and check out the route tree and see how the route tree is affected by it. So see if I can still hit out routes, see if I can hit hitch routes, hook routes, post slants, and see how the defenders react to it. And then I'm going to play around with the shading and see how the inside and outside shade, the pressing underneath coverage and above coverage, how that is affected by the game, as far as how those receivers react, how the defenders react, because that's going to be, you know, really going to determine what kind of you know, offense you can run. Because I think a lot of opponents are going to come out at Madden 15. They're going to go into a 2-man under. They're probably going to go in a fag defense and just see how your opponent reacts. And that, you know, it might be actually a fairly smart strategy. but I think the game has actually changed a little bit. They make more fast global adjustments. Protect the sticks is going to actually be really great. Because in a third and long situation, if you don't catch the ball, if you don't get it in a short fourth and short, pretty much anybody that punts on fourth down is going to be really, really penalized. So, you know, with Madden 15, I'm really going to go ahead and lab up those man coverages and then look into the zone coverages and see if I can pick up any kind of reads on those coverages. So I'm in a second game right here playing against an opponent using the Redskins. And I came out in a shotgun set immediately. I didn't want to put myself in any kind of a bad situation where he didn't score any points. And immediately he throws right into coverage and he gives me a quick pick right there, interception, and able to go ahead and take another 3 points. So he stops me in the goal line, but I'm able to go ahead and get a 10-point situation. So hits me with a read option play, and look at this run with Morse. Morse is just a slow running back. I get him to settle for 3 points. So on defense, that's actually a really good situation. So I'm up by 7. I hit a little slant route with my tight end, come back off to the right-hand side. He was really struggling defending the run on the right-hand side. I was able to go ahead and eat him up for a lot of yards on the right-hand side. And that's that ace post play I showed in my last post. Really good for someone who runs a lot of zone coverage. And once again, I was able to go ahead and hit him for a first down. Settle for 3 points, up 13-3. He comes back, it throws right into coverage, but is able to go ahead and complete the pass on a 2nd and 11 situation. It hits me right over the middle, and once again, tests my user, and I lose. And does a little dive right up the middle and is able to go ahead and take it in for a touchdown. So he's down by 3 points. And on a 4th down situation, I go for it and hit an out route. Come back to that out route again because he wasn't putting anybody over there. He looks like he put the purple, and I throw right in the coverage as I take my read back to the inside, and I get that interception. So I put myself in a hole, giving him an opportunity to go ahead and get a big play. And what does he do? He does a little a buck sweep, a sweep play. Gets it down to 21-15, and I tackle him at the 15-yard line. Does another run, and fortunately for me, the ball gets coughed up, and my big fat lineman, I think his name's Click, he's a little Madden gem in Madden. Actually, he was one of the guys that I made an adjustment in the second gameplay where I put him on a line, and I was able to go ahead and get a nice block shed and get a fumble recovery right there. So right here, I go ahead, get the ball down to the 2-yard line and settle for 3 points going into the second half. I'm kicking the ball off to him, but that's all right. I'm still up by 6 points, so I get an opportunity. Here in this situation, we get him in a 4th and long situation, and he punts the ball. And that is the difference between winning and losing in Madden 25, and it's going to be the difference between winning and losing in Madden 15. In Madden 25, there was no incentive not to actually go ahead and hold on to the ball. It was always good to go for it in 4th down. But with the protect the sticks feature in Madden 15, you're not going to be able to get away with that type of situation. On 4th and long, you're going to get penalized. You're not going to be able to make first downs because the defense is going to play a lot smarter. So I'm up 19-10 right here. Hits me with a little speed option, then goes with another option play, actually a read option right down the middle, and takes it to the house. He's down by 17-19. So I'll go back to my offense and throw right into coverage and give the ball right back to him on a 4th down situation. He does a little off tackle run right there, gets a first down, comes back around and throws into coverage right in the cushion, able to pick that ball up for me and give me an opportunity to get back into the game. So I started doing that little Atlanta zone off the right-hand side. It was just a big thing for him. He just couldn't stop the run off to the right-hand side. Do a little play-action route with Andre Johnson to get a first down right here. In a 3rd and 15 situation, I hit a post route to get it down inside the 30-yard line. Do another run right down the middle, and look at this little move right here by Johnson and be able to take it into the end zone, going up by a score. And hastily, I go for a 2-point conversion and miss it. So the score is, I'm up by 8 points, and all he needs to do is just score a touchdown and get a 2-point conversion. And look at this move on the kickoff. He takes it into the end zone and gets the score. He's down by 2 points, and what does he decide to do? He takes the extra point. He could have won for the 2-point conversion, but he takes an extra point, and you're going to see that's going to basically haunt him in this game because I've got 4 minutes left on the clock. Now, when it comes to game management of the game, you either go for the tie or you go where you actually get the lead in the game. You never try to put yourself in a situation where you have to get another score. So very stupid for him to do that. I was able to go ahead and work off the 4 minutes off the clock and win the game. As you can see, 15 minutes of clock management right there, and I'm able to pick up some 11 points. So once again, for my subscribers, I really appreciate all your support. Looking for Madden 15. As soon as I start seeing some tendencies and some things that I pick up from the gameplay and things on how the defenders are working, I will definitely share you tips and actually show you my gameplay too. Thanks a lot, and until next time.